Hello, I'm Amari Jones, and welcome to Caffeine TV, your daily video news brief. Here to take you through 3 headline numbers in just 3 minutes, giving you a different take on everything from housing policy to the Real Housewives. By the way, did you see Madonna's pictures from Interview magazine yesterday? Now, if Kim Kardashian can look like that 20 years from now with her top off, then she might break something that's worthwhile. The first number up today is $263 million. That's how much President Obama pledged yesterday in a White House conference on Ferguson with civil rights leaders to local police departments across the country to buy 50,000 body cameras for cops on the beat. He also started a commission to study local police practices and initiated a 120-day review of the U.S. government's practice to disperse military equipment amongst police forces all across the country. And together, the president said that these initiatives would be, quote, more than just talk, close quote. But there was also a whole lot of talking going on at the White House, including between the president and a group of young activists, where they urged him to do more on Ferguson, to do more on race. And the president said that he would do neither, but he did say that they should continue to press him to do more, even though that he wouldn't. And that just seemed to me to be a call for activism as masochism. But one of the things that the president could have done was to mandate local police departments all across the country to report to the FBI whenever there's an unjustifiable homicide by a cop under their jurisdiction. Right now, as Eugene Robinson points out in the Washington Post today, we don't know how many unjustifiable homicides there are each year involving police officers. Estimates range from 451 to 2,000. So each year there could be thousands of Michael Browns that we don't know about. The next number up today is 2, as in the number of exclusive one-on-one interviews granted by Janay Rice to ESPN and the Today Show, respectively, to discuss being knocked out in the elevator by her husband, Ray Rice, and the aftermath which ensued. Now, what was interesting to me about that interview is the fact that she came across as a person who was totally checked out from the reality that had happened and befallen her. She said that even though her husband was wrong to spit on her and to knock her out, that she was wrong to raise a hand at him even though he lunged at her in the elevator, that she never looked at the video from that elevator incident and didn't know how intense or how bad it was, and that she, even though being really angry with him, forgave him immediately the next day. Now, all of this just sounds like a person who's not used to valuing themselves or perhaps protecting themselves, but we don't have time to put her on the couch on this show. But one of the things that she did reveal inadvertently is that no one in authority ever seemed to be looking out for her, that no one from the police to the team to the NFL commissioner ever seemed to put what was best for her at the forefront of their considerations. And perhaps that's why Janay Rice doesn't protect herself, because no one close to her is urging her to do so. The next number up today is 20, as in the number of women who've now come forward to say that Bill Cosby has raped them, and the weight of their numbers is beginning to tell. Yesterday, Cosby resigned from the Board of Trustees of Temple University, where he's been on that board for over 30 years. Yesterday, Janice Dickinson went forward on CNN to detail what exactly happened to her and revealed some things that are really disturbing, and the fact that it did seem like a business meeting because Bill Cosby had one of his colleagues in the room with her who urged her to drink and all of the rest of it, and then at a key moment decided to leave and then opened the door to other things to happen, and it just becomes more disturbing as it goes on. But Jill Scott is adding her voice, unfortunately, to the list of deniers that Bill Cosby has. The weight of these numbers, the numbers of women aren't enough for them. She said yesterday that there's no proof that any of this happened, and that's really sad because I love Jill Scott and I love who is Jill Scott. But one of the questions that I have for her and other deniers is how many women have to come forward? As I've asked before, does it have to be 5 or 10 or 20 or 1,000 before we say that their voices matter?